Okay, welcome back inside the Miss Emily Gourmet kitchen. David here. Firstly, we just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody out there for the response of our first ever YouTube channel. Massive applaudance to everybody involved, and we're so excited to bring you our next video. By popular demand by all of our subscribers, gnocchi. Yes, potato gnocchi. Everyone's made it. Everyone's got a nonna or a grandma or a nan or someone that's got a good recipe. Today it's my turn. We're doing gnocchi my way, and I'm going to show you a few simple ways to have delicious light gnocchi in the comfort of your own home. Firstly, we start with the potato. What's the right potato to use? Desiree's here. Sometimes Sebagos are good. King Edwards. Potatoes are on our tray here with salt. Why do we salt bake them? Basically, we're trying to keep as much moisture out of our gnocchi as possible, okay? So not into a big pot of water. Got to dry them out at the end. It's a bit too much mucking around. Here on the salt, it's a nice dry environment inside the oven. That salt's going to dry out the skin. Okay, so we're going to have a nice dry roasted, beautiful potato, nice and fluffy on the inside. We're going to scoop out the flesh, and it's going to be amazing. Further to do, straight into the oven. We've got a moderate oven set here, 180 degrees. Let's do this. Okay, so potatoes are in our beautiful Unox oven, best ovens out there, 120 minutes, 180 degrees. Let's do potato gnocchi my way. Okay, so our potatoes are out of the oven. 1 hour and 20 minutes later, I have let these rest, okay? Just like your steak, just like your fish, just like everything. It's important to understand our food and understand what it's just been through in the oven. So it's roasted, hot, 180 degrees. It's nice to let it come out, chill out a little bit, cool down. And what you'll find is when I cut these potatoes open, the flesh of the potato is actually going to come away just that little bit, just enough from the skin that it's going to come out nice and easy and into our mouli. So obviously at home you may not have contraptions like this we do here. So at home you can use a ricer, something like that, or you can actually push the potato through a sieve if you've got a sieve at home, or it's probably preferred that instead of mashing your potatoes like mashed potato at home, it is ideal that it goes through a ricer or a mouli or something fine. It's going to help with that perfect product at the end. So let's get these bad boys cut open. Okay, so potatoes are all cut open. We're just going to break into this, let all the steam out. You can see this beautiful, perfectly cooked potato. Okay, it's just starting to come away from the skin. I can pinch it there, and you can see that the potato is just ready to pop out of its jacket. So we're just going to go ahead very gently, ease the potato out of its jacket. Okay, these can also be amazing at home for baked potatoes. Slop a heap of bolognese over the top, cheese. Another little handy hint if you are doing this recipe at home, potato skins, if you've got yourself a deep fryer at home or an air fryer, they're quite popular now. Potato skins into the air fryer or deep fryer, big dollop of sour cream, big pinch of chives, and you got perfect watching the footy kind of food. So we're not doing this here today, we're making gnocchi. Okay, I've taken all that beautiful potato out of their jackets, and just in case you hadn't done your 20-minute workout at home yet today, now's the time. Bit of elbow grease, and we're going to have the fluffiest potatoes ever. Okay, so we're back. All of our potato has gone through the mouli. You can tell here, if we get a little close up, our potato is so super nice and fluffy. You can see all those little kind of holes on the potato where it's forced its way through the mouli. Okay, so now's an important time. We're gonna start adding all of our other ingredients into our potato. Pan over here really quickly, we've got some beautiful fresh cracked pepper, white pepper of course. We wanna use white pepper. Don't use black pepper at home where you're gonna have little speckles of black pepper all through your gnocchi, okay? Another little handy tip. A little bit of salt, a little bit of freshly ground nutmeg, and we're using some 00 flour today, okay? 00 flour is a classic Italian flour. It's been milled more, so it's nice and light, it's nice and fine. You can use plain flour at home, I'm not gonna tell you off. Got our eggs, beautiful free-range organic egg yolks from Walkie Farm. Shout out to Jake at Walkie Farm. And some extra virgin olive oil. So into our mix, just gonna start with a couple of teaspoons of salt. Now we are going to attach a recipe for this. Now I am making quite a large amount because here at Miss Emily Gourmet we don't do anything in single serves, we make for the masses. So this is a recipe that I make every day. This video is more about showing you the ins and outs of gnocchi and the how-tos, and then we'll attach a recipe at the end so you can make gnocchi at home for 3 or 4 or 2 or whatever you like. So white pepper, and then probably just 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. These are all kind of balanced flavors. We're seasoning. You don't want nothing to overpower each other, okay? So white pepper, salt, and nutmeg. And now we're just gonna add a couple of handfuls of the 00 flour and just start to toss it around really lightly, really gently, because we don't want to overwork the potato in this circumstance. This is an important part also. If we overwork the potato, we're going to overwork the glutens in the potato and the starches, and it's going to be a bit tough, and it's going to be like that supermarket bought gnocchi that we don't eat because it's as hard as a cat's head and tastes like bullets. We want nice, light, fluffy gnocchi, and this is how we do it. Here, we're going to make a little slurry with our egg yolks. So we're going to put the tiniest dash of the extra virgin olive oil inside our egg yolks, okay? 2 egg yolks. You probably just need half of one or an egg yolk at home if you're making a smaller batch. But we're making a slurry. We're emulsifying those 2 ingredients just by giving it a little stir, and then we're going to pour that into our potato gnocchi. And then just on top of that, we're going to add a little bit more flour and then incorporate that egg and flour once again. Okay, so I haven't overworked that whatsoever. Now's a little bit of fun. We're going to tip it out onto our bench, dust a bit of flour onto our hands, and just knead it really gently. Okay, so if you can get a little close up here, you can still see all of our ingredients aren't quite fully incorporated just yet. You can see a bit of nutmeg, a bit of egg yolk. Okay, that's okay, don't panic. We're just going to toss it around, okay? Light fingers with light hands. We're using light hands, we're not heavy-handed, okay? Again, we're understanding what we're cooking. We're understanding that we're trying to make light gnocchi, nothing heavy, so that means we need to treat it lightly, use our hands lightly. Okay, so we're going to take our little gnocchi over here to the salted water, give it a little test run, see if it's beautifully seasoned, and then we're ready to cook. Okay, so once again, we're blanching something here. What do? We're blanching water. 1 part salt, 10 parts water, okay? Dip your finger in, even though it's floury and a little bit gluggy and it makes your mouth feel horrible. Do the right thing, taste your water. It's got to taste like the ocean. No point dropping this little fella in here into bland water, because what's going to happen is your gnocchi's going to be bland and your whole dinner's going to be bland and no one's going to like you. So, gnocchi into the water. Okay, now we've all heard gnocchi, watched gnocchi, got grandmas that make gnocchi, we all know that when the gnocchi floats to the surface, your gnocchi's ready. So I'm not going to try and spin you any new stories about grand gnocchi, new systems. When the gnocchi floats, our gnocchi's ready. Okay, so our little test run of gnocchi is ready. I can just give it a little pinch and I can tell that it's not hard, okay? It's nice and soft, it's fluffy, it's delicate, it's exactly what we're looking for, okay? So now we're ready to roll the rest. All right, so look at our beautiful little gnocchis here on a little tray, a bit of flour so they're not gonna get stuck. We're ready to cook. Let's go over to our beautifully salted water and cook these little bad boys up. All right, so super important at home that our water is rapidly boiling, okay? In the kitchen, we talk about angry water. So when we're poaching eggs at home, soft, friendly water, okay? When we're in the kitchen, we want angry water. We're boiling our gnocchis. We don't want them to sink to the bottom, get stuck, be all miserable, sad down there. Plunge them into some hot boiling water, seasoned beautifully, watch them rise to the top. All right, our gnocchis come to the surface. They're all screaming at me to take them out. It just so happens that I happen to have a little pan here with some beautiful Miss Emily Gourmet beef and lamb ragu, okay? We're gonna go straight into our sauce. Look at that. I tell you, it does not get any better than this at home. Toss them through our little sauce there. Okay, knob of butter, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. All the flavors already in there. We do that for you. And we're ready to plate, as simple as that. Okay, so our gnocchi's in our sauce. You can see it's all married together beautifully. That beautiful, silky, glossy emulsion. Little fluffy potato pillows in there, encapsulated by the beautiful beef and lamb ragu. Let's plate up. You can do this at home, or if you're feeling a little bit lazy, you can come down here to Miss Emily Gourmet, take it out of the fridge, and you don't even have to tell your husband. Then we're just going to grate some beautiful aged cheddar over the top. Change it up, you don't need parmesan all the time, okay? Live a little bit of Quick's cheddar, this one. Aged cheddar. Nice and salty, creamy. And we'll also just finish with a pinch of chives. My favorite herb, probably the best herb that grows in the garden. Okay, so folks at home, there it is. The lightest gnocchi you'll ever eat. Beef and lamb ragu, lashings of cheese, fresh chives. I promise you, this plate of beautiful food is as good as a warm hug on a winter's day. See you next time, and thanks for watching. For everything Miss Emily Gourmet, please follow the link below. Check out our website, Facebook and Instagram.